Welcome back, everybody. Major changes to Texas family law are now in effect, and to explain what you and your family need to know, we are joined by board-certified family law attorney Charlotte Rainwater. Charlotte, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's start off with two big updates just about to hit Texas families. One could affect which school your child can attend. The other changes how much you receive in child support. Can you break these down for us?
Absolutely. So now if your net income is over $140,000 per year, then you're going to see an increase of about $500 per month in your child support effective September 1st for any changes to child support after that point in time. It would increase that amount to, for one child, 20% is going to be, I think, about $2,340 per month now.
A pretty big jump up from where we were.
Yes.
Okay, and then what about this school change, about where a child can go to school?
So the courts, the family courts in particular, have to address the school voucher system. And so now what you're going to see is just as judges are given the power to have the exclusive right to designate a primary residence to one parent, now you're going to see judges giving one of the parents the exclusive right to enroll the children in school so that that parent can transact that voucher without the agreement of the other parent.
Okay, so a big change because that was a joint decision earlier?
Typically, you would frequently see that educational decisions were joint decisions.
Okay, so major change there. Another law takes aim at a controversial therapy meant to reprogram children against one parent.
Yes, so you had a very intensive and unique form of therapy that would address parental alienation, which is where one parent would brainwash the child to be estranged from the other parent. And so you had a very intensive and unique form of therapy where the child would either be removed from the parent and then placed into sort of a deprogramming, sometimes overnight, sometimes kept away for 90 days from the other parent who was doing the parental alienation so that they could be reunited with the estranged parent. And then both parents would be reunited without the child once the child had graduated from the program. That now is prohibited in Texas as well as some other states.
Okay, interesting. All right, now let's talk about, kind of in that same vein, making sure that both parents are able to get their visitations in. There's also this new 3 strikes rule for parents, right, who are trying to block visitation.
Yes, and it's really important for kids to have access to both of their parents and for them to visit with both parents. But what this is doing now is it's done to address it dovetails in with the alienation issues. It's done to address when one parent withholds the child from the other parent. If they are found in contempt for doing that 3 times, that can now be used to potentially remove that parent as the custodial parent.
Okay, and again, this is just to make sure that kids have access to both of their parents. That basically the state of Texas believes that's very important.
Agreed.
Okay, so last question here. Can you explain what the law is now saying about what parents can and can't do when it comes to affirming a child's gender?
So the law has changed, and now it is not considered to be abuse if a parent fails to provide gender affirming care, fails to refer to a child by their requisite pronouns. Those are no longer considered abusive acts.
Okay. Is it unusual that we get so many new laws, or is this what you see every year, or every one of these different sessions?
I would say that this year we did have quite a few changes to the Texas Family Code and to laws that impact Texas families, probably more so definitely than the last legislative session.
And how do parents find out about all these changes?
Probably through news programs like your own.
Okay.
You can certainly follow and track Texas bills as they go through the House, although that is a really difficult way to figure out what's going to change. But just, searching online gives you a lot of good information as well as contacting people that are in the know in terms of family law, or maybe even their own, state legislators.
Okay, well, or you, Charlotte. We certainly appreciate you breaking all of this down for us because there are so many changes to keep up with. All right, Charlotte, thank you very much for joining us. Jacob, we'll get back to you.